Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another day in my life. So today we finally got around to organizing our freezer. We are really into freezer cooking around here, which by the way, I have another freezer cooking video coming out very soon. I also got some baking and some cooking done and just kind of kept things moving forward here on our little homestead in the city. So with all of that being said, let's hop right in. So I get asked a lot where I get my recipe ideas from. I've mentioned this a few times, but a lot of them just come from Pinterest. I found this super basic gluten-free crusty bread recipe on Pinterest. I will link it down below. Now, here's the thing. It wasn't bad. It's not amazing. I definitely ate all of it, and I definitely have made this multiple times since then. And one of the loaves, I actually made garlic, rosemary, and red chili pepper, and it was really good. It was dense, so if anyone has tips to avoid dense bread, please let me know in the comments down below. So maybe once or twice a month, I do a specialty delivery order from Whole Foods. I get free delivery, and it's really helpful because I don't have to drive to the other side of town for some of these specialty items. Just a quick review, both of these Miyokos, I think that's how you say it, products are amazing, as is this Forager cashew milk yogurt. I've used it in chili, I've eaten it with granola and fruit. Also, these 365 cassava flour tortillas are delicious. Just make sure you preheat them on the stovetop so they become pliable. This salsa is okay. It was pretty good. And I've since eaten this red curry paste. I loved it. Dan thinks it wasn't spicy enough, but I thought it was delicious. And then I ordered more of my current favorite gluten-free flour from King Arthur, as well as some more organic oats from the 365 brand. I don't remember if this was a snack or a meal because with my weird elimination diet right now, I'm kind of just eating whatever I can eat for calories and taste. So I had these Sriracha deviled eggs. The yolks were basically mixed with veganese, Sriracha, red onion, chili pepper flakes, a little pickle juice, pepper, and salt. And then I had a couple of slices of my gluten-free bread that I had made, as well as some apples. So a lot of you have asked recently for me to kind of touch on what I do for work, like what my workflow looks like. Now, my workflow changes every single day, kind of depending on what is going on in our home. So how Logan's sleep is going, how dirty or clean our house is, which is why I've tried to become a lot better at keeping routines in my home and keeping things more simplified, at least simplified for me. Simplification, minimalism, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely a journey. Anyways, on this day during Logan's nap, I sat down and recorded voiceovers, which that's actually where I'm sitting right now when I'm recording these voiceovers. So, fun fact. So I'm actually thinking this might be the next day. I don't quite remember. But before we worked on the freezer, I first wanted to give the kitchen kind of a quick wipe down. So that's what I started with while I was pumping. I knew I wasn't going to be able to bend over while I was pumping, so this just felt like the perfect work to do first. So once I was done pumping and wiping down the counters, we proceeded to take everything out of our indoor freezer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit stressful because we wanted to move as fast as possible so our items didn't freeze, but at the same time, we wanted to get kind of a proper inventory of everything we had, group like with like, and try to make good decisions spacing wise. So yeah, this is what we did. By the way, like I mentioned in the beginning, I do have a freezer cooking video coming out, hopefully very soon, showing you guys everything that we have recently restocked our freezer with, which I'm just gonna sing the praises of freezer cooking from the rooftops because it's very convenient, especially in these winter months or as we go into these colder months, when sometimes you get to the end of the day and you're like, dude, I literally can't cook. If you didn't start your day figuring out what you wanted. By the time you get there, it can feel overwhelming. And so having meals that are so much closer to being done, ready to go in your freezer, can just take so much of the pressure off. So that was a very long pep talk of me encouraging you to consider some freezer cooking. So my video will be coming soon. That's really what this was, a giant plug for my upcoming video. By the way, those mason jars are full of homemade veggie broth. I also am making that in the upcoming video, but I've actually used one of these jars since, and it was delicious. I was so pleased to taste that it actually worked. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but I guess I was just concerned it was maybe going to taste a little funky, and that was not the case at all. It was delicious. If I'm being honest, I couldn't tell a difference between my homemade one and a store-bought one. But just that alone is good news in my book. It didn't taste weird. And it allowed me to stretch the gift of produce I had been given even farther. So that was exciting. All right, guys, we're throwing it back to a dessert that I made so much pre-pregnancy and then quite a bit in the beginning of my breastfeeding journey, and that is stuffed dates. Now, today I kept it pretty simple because I was feeling kind of done with being on my feet, but I really wanted a treat. So I took these fresh medjool dates and I cut out the seeds from the center. I don't even know why I'm explaining this because most of you have probably seen me make this a million times, but I'll still walk you through it. Like I said, this one is actually a more basic one than what I had been making before. But anyways, I took some peanut butter and then some stevia sweetened chocolate chips, and I mixed all of those together. And then I scooped the nut filling into the dates. Then I took my favorite hemp hearts and I drizzled, dropped, spread. I don't know what the terminology would be, but I just put some all on top of the date mix, nut mix thing. Dude, these are so good. But don't forget, they are the best out of the freezer. So when I was done, I put them in the freezer to harden up. That's all for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Check my info box for links and today's semi-secret giveaway. And I will hopefully see you guys back here soon with another new video. All right, guys, bye.